The third amigo has joined me.
What's going on, man?
What's up, Mr. Tyrone? We got
I
the
am.
cast of characters here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How everybody feeling after that beautiful game last night, that debacle? I'm not
It's
even mad,
terrible.
dude. Let's get into it, man. I'm not even mad. I'm gonna say this. Like the Marcus May injury, bro. My prayers go out to him, a healthy recovery, bro. But like when I saw him look back, bro, I already knew what it was. I knew what it was right then. Um, I will say some good points, Tyson. Let's start with some good
Well,
points, man.
hold on. So the Marcus May thing, that's rough because it's a serious injury. He's going to be
Yep.
out for a long time. And
Yep.
now, not trading him before the trade deadline is going to be rough too, because now you don't know what's going to happen with him now, man.
And his
That's
stock has dropped. But this is why, he wanted his money, bro. And
yep.
listen, man. We're fans, so we go to work. Some of us go to work. Some of us have our own business, whatever. But this guy's what he does for a living. He just had a damn near career-ending injury,
Yep.
and not, his value will never be the same again. So you understand how he feels right now? Could you even
Dude,
imagine?
listen, but
Bullshit.
listen, this is why he's an older player in a contract year. He doubled down on himself. He got franchised, and it unfortunately didn't work out. And this is why the NFL is a nasty business, man.
Yeah,
It's
bro, it
you could
is,
be
man.
here today, gone tomorrow, literally gone tomorrow, where you're like, you're
Yep,
done, your career's over.
yep,
So
yep,
it's
absolutely.
so what we'll do is we'll start again. Obviously, prayers to Marcus May. Tyler Croft got banged up. He'll hopefully come back, but.
Yeah.
So you go into this game, a lot of anticipation. I was super excited, man. I was fired up. The whole Mike White thing. I thought the team was going to rally. I thought all these good things to come out. And I want to start where the problems are. The defense.
Yes, sir.
Dude, they didn't get off the plane.
Yep, yep.
That was some of the worst defense I've seen in a long period of time, man. And they weren't making adjustments. Like they had like what, a couple hundred yards of without even any contact, dude. That was the
Bro.
Colts just manhandled them,
Yep,
outcoached them,
yep,
stole their soul, stole their
yep.
will, stole their lunch, stole their dinner, and even gave them breakfast the next day. That defense
I,
was
I'm
horrendous, dude. Horrendous.
I'm gonna say this right here. I'll be honest with you, man, and I'm not. I'm gonna say definitely that falls on the head coach and defense coordinator. Hey, listen, bro, they didn't show the fuck up.
Nope.
Like, and I thought, I said, okay, well, maybe they had, they had those big run-ins, the big gains on the first half. I said,
Mhm.
maybe they'll adjust. There was no adjustments, man. They just
Nope.
lined up and smashed them in the mouth,
Yep.
and there was nothing done about it.
Nope.
They just ran over top of it. It's not even a bright spot on defense. The only bright spot I
But
can
but
see it that it was
but
horrible.
Tyrone, but this is the only in this season we come into the season. We said, the defensive front, the defensive line should be the strength of this team because they have a lot of talent. Like this isn't like the young secondary, like Michael Carter getting beat and Eccles struggling, and even Bryce Hall. I get it. Look at the amount of money invested in defensive line. Quinnen Williams, Rankins, John Franklin Myers, even CJ Mosley make a lot of money as a linebacker. They have a lot. There's a lot of talent there. Fotokasi, a guy that everybody wants to re-sign and give him a big contract. Everybody wants to give these guys all this money, and they're getting their asses beat. I mean, they were getting blown off the ball, dude. Like, they wasn't even close to the point they're averaging. The Colts at one point were averaging 10 yards a play, and 8 of them, they weren't even being touched. Like, those touches, and the problem I have with this isn't the first time we've seen this. This is twice in 3 weeks.
Yep,
It's like,
yep,
dude, after that Patriot game, everybody told us what they say. We're never going to see this again. That was an anomaly. It's never going to happen again. Told us.
yep,
Dude, they could, if the Colts didn't take their foot off the pedal last night, they were scoring 60.
bro.
It was
Easy.
42-10, and they backed off.
Yep, and I'll say this right here. That goes to coaching. Like, I thought after the Patriot game, especially after watching the Cincinnati game, I thought, okay, these guys, they understand now.
Yep.
There's no way, and I understand it's a short week, and I'm not making no excuses. There is no way on God's earth you allow your team to be that ill prepared.
Nope.
They were ill prepared, bro. They didn't have it's still the game plan, whatever game plan they had for the
Yep.
Colts was not what they should have had.
And you knew what
It
they were
did
going to
not work.
do.
It was
What did
horrible.
you think?
Listen,
But, dude, that's their offense.
yep,
Run the football. That's it. Run the football. Run the football. It opens that play action pass. They can do all the kinds of things. Dude, they did it at will. And they were like, the Jets had no resistance, man. On the first series, I'm like, oh, here we go. We knew it, dude. The first series would
yep,
be up one of
bro.
these
That
nights again.
first
Like, you knew it already.
and and what you watch, I mean, I'm watching big games, bro. I'm not watching 3 or 4 yards. I'm watching 7, 8, 9,
Yep.
10, 11. Big runs
Before contact.
with nobody near them. Then I'm
Nope.
watching the quarterback sit back and have no, bro. He had all the time in the world. I mean, I think they touched him maybe 3 or 4 times, but that was it. Like, bro, listen, they really, it was a really bad game plan, and that's just what it is. I mean,
What was
they were more physical. They are
but
physicals, bro.
but they did okay. So I would give them that. The first half was dreadful, awful. It was I'm telling you, some of the worst football I've seen in a long time on defensive side of the ball. So then this is Saleh's bread and butter, dude. He's a defensive coach. He has Ulbrich there, not a first time coordinator. You think at some point that you make adjustments at halftime. And the most fucked up thing about all this is that you have guys like I watched a lot of video today on like all the analysts, but like reputable defensive minds, and they're like, why didn't they make adjustments? They stayed the same vanilla defense. It was almost like they were arrogant and like, you know what? The players have got to step up. No, if the players aren't making
No.
plays, you make adjustments or you make changes or you do something. They didn't do anything. And then what bothered me the most, there's like, oh, well, they made a stand late in the fourth quarter when John Franklin Myers got a sack. Come on, dude. Like, so you're gonna play what 55 minutes or 54 minutes of shitty football, and you're gonna pat yourself on the back for that one sack in the fourth quarter when the game was literally over.
The game over. Yes, I mean, he did. Listen, I knew in the first drive. I knew in the coach's first
Yep.
drive, they were way more physical than we were. I said,
Yep.
okay, they'll adjust, they'll wake up, they'll come along. I'm watching everybody get blown off the ball. I'm watching Quinnen. I'm watching Rankins. I'm watching Foe. I'm watching Shepard. I'm watching these guys get manhandled. Then
Yep.
I said, okay, well, maybe our coach will send somebody in. You know what I'm saying? Bring the guys up closer, change what they're doing. Same looks the whole
Nope.
game. And I'm telling you, bro, like seriously, if you watch the game, but if you're watching this, bro, you're watching no adjustments. You're watching no change, no nothing. And I blame. Hey, listen, like I said, at the end of the day, we understand what kind of football team we are. We understand the Colts are a better football team than people give them
I don't
credit
know
for.
what kind of football team we are.
You know what I'm
Like,
saying?
and this is the problem with games like this, dude. Like the Bengals was a feel good moment, but the problem is the surrounding of that feel good moment is two
Yep.
blowout losses.
Yep.
Yesterday, like the score, yes, this is the problem I have. The score last night was not indicative of the game. It was 42-10 at one point. The
Yep.
final score that means nothing to me.
30 to 45 to 30. Yeah, it doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, that
Absolutely.
doesn't mean shit. You were getting your doors blown off, and they pulled off. They let them dink and dunk and do whatever. So that I don't know what this team is. This defense has no identity whatsoever. None, dude.
This team is a team that'll win a game they shouldn't win and show up when they shouldn't, and then lose the very next game by 45. Listen, you understand in 2 games we've given up 90 points, 95 points, almost 100 points. This defense. You know what I'm saying?
Terrible,
And listen, it's what it is. And our defense, I'm not saying the Patriot game was more the defensive line, but this last game, that defensive line did not show up, bro. I never watched Quinnen get just manhandled. I never.
But even Rankins, dude, it's just like, what are they doing?
Watching these guys get manhandled, I'm watching that, bro. They play with no sense of urgency, no kind of wherewith. But see, they're not playing for anything.
And this is the defense lacks talent. Now, how does the defense lack talent? That defensive line is highly paid. You just gave John Franklin Myers how much money? Everybody wants to give Quinnen Williams. Oh, got to give him a good contract. We got to re-sign Fotokasi. Oh, CJ Mosley's an all-pro linebacker. How much talent do you need? At some point, and you have talent, dude. Talent's not the issue on the defensive line. The linebackers, and then it's like, all right, then we'll set the edge. You have guys. You have Quincy Williams out there. You have Jared Davis. You have guys that can do their jobs. They were out coached. And the one thing that it was the times they did blitz, it's almost like the Colts knew it because they would roll Wentz out or they would run the other way. Like they almost knew what was going on. It's either the defense is too vanilla, it's too simple, or what happened is other teams are now self-scouting or scouting the Jets and they're figuring out what they're doing. Like, oh, we know what these guys are doing, and they're picking them apart, dude. It's got to be something, man.
It seems like to me that they watched old tape or something. Like it's like they watched it from last year. So there's no way you were watching what they're doing and was not prepared for that. And also, I'm gonna say this right here: you can't say our defense. Like the one thing that we have on defense is talent. And to be honest with you, I think that our secondary has played damn near pretty much better than I ever thought they would. I mean, we have some lacks and stuff like that, but those young guys have really stepped up. It's the veteran guys that have been giving me the problem because they don't play with any kind of will or manpower. They don't play with any kind of force or just to show up or just to knock somebody in the mouth. And that was a fight. That was a dog fight, and they got manhandled. And we know the coach have a good line. The coach is structured to run the ball well. But at the end of the day, when the guys don't show up, our strongest point was, they made our weakest point yesterday, and that scared me because it just showed that this team has no kind of fight, man. Like
They quit.
Exactly. See, that's what I'm saying, bro. They have nothing. It seems like they're playing for draft picks. That's how I feel right now. When we
Well,
have
they're
that,
just playing for themselves. Like they just
yeah,
when they started getting blown out, and it's like, and then the offense. We'll get to the offense next, but it's like there was times when defense, I'm like, they weren't even trying, dude. And
nah.
today is the perfect example why PFF is a load of shit, an absolute load of shit. If somebody's going to tell me that Ashton Davis is the highest ranked player, highest rated player in the Jets defense yesterday, what is he being rated on? Chasing air? What is he being? Is he rated on his running off the field skills? Is he rated on chasing guys that he should have been covering and hitting? What is he being rated on? He's horrendous.
Do you watch, bro? Listen, I watched this guy be out of 4 or 5 plays. I mean, just out of position. And listen, and I can't say that for sure, but there's no way
He
that
takes terrible angles, dude. He doesn't know what he's doing.
Somebody's running across your face and you don't grab that guy. Now I'm gonna tell you something I saw that was really dope yesterday that I really, really liked. And this just shows how good the Marcus May and Bryce Hall could be or could have been. I'm watching Bryce Hall pass off the receiver.
Yep.
Marcus May. That shit was beautiful. But if you watch the game, when you watching the game last night, Marcus May was out of position a couple times.
Yep.
But he's, you know what I'm saying? And Ashton Davis, I think this kid tries to make up with his speed, but he's out of position a lot. And it's not the rookie guys that are the problem because of Echols and Carter.
Well, Michael Carter had a tough night last night too.
But listen, he played his ass off though. He's amazing in run.
He's a rookie.
Man. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And so that part of it, our secondary wasn't a problem last night. Now I will give you this. I don't know why that it's 3rd and 6 and you got these guys playing this soft ass zone.
I don't get it, dude.
No fucking sense to me.
Dude, and this is in prime time. The worst part of doing a stream is you can't really pay close attention to detail of the game. That's the one challenge. But the one thing I noticed on all those 3rd down conversions are Jared Davis and CJ Moses, when they drop back past the 1st down marker. Bro. They're literally past the mark. So if that guy catches the ball, guess what? It's a 1st down. Yeah. Why wouldn't you press up more? You press up in front of the marker. So if you tackle a guy, guess what? He's not getting a 1st down. Like every completion, they were there already, dude. It makes no sense.
They're 7 yards. They're about 5 yards off their normal spot. That's what they were. So you're exactly correct. So they're damn near 9 yards off the ball. Then on top of that, you know what I'm saying? Well, what really bothers me is I'm sitting there watching, like, why are you not listening? It's 3rd and 6. You know what I'm saying? Because a couple of times, man, this game could have got turned around, so we could have actually pressed these guys, you know what I'm saying, got them off the field. Like, I'd rather a guy get beat than a guy fuck around and give a guy an easy slant route. That's what they were doing, slant routes, man. It was crazy. Yep. I didn't get that, man. I didn't, listen, I don't mind losing, but losing like that bothers me. You know what I'm saying? Losing when it's to incompetence, you know what I'm saying? To my coach saying, okay, look, we need to press these guys. If they beat us, they beat us. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And that running back they had yesterday, my man, he was the fastest man on the field. They had no,
He's a beast, man.
They had no answer for him. They had no way they could understand what he was doing or where he was at. But you guys are not looking for this guy. This guy's making his own moves, man. So it was rough, bro. Last night was rough for defense, man. And I got no way of understanding who these guys were and why they were doing what they're doing. And it makes no sense to me.
So now, I guess me and Vince are going to argue tonight, which is fine. I got time for this. A good chunk of the defense is made up of late-round picks, reclamation projects, and undrafted free agents. Quinn, Mosley, and Hall are the only studs. Okay, so then if that's the case, then what is John Franklin Myers got paid how much? How much did Rankins get paid? Everybody wants to re-sign your captain, Fotokasi. You spent a lot of money on the front. Jared Davis, that was your free agent signing that everybody supposedly loved. Quincy Williams, everybody loves this guy. You got to re-sign him. There's talent there. Yep. And here's another news flash. Not every team is fielding 11 Pro Bowlers. Yep. You have a cohesive unit that follows your scheme, knows when to attack, gets in space, and makes plays. Nobody made a play last night. Everybody, and I'm telling you, there was times yesterday, dude, that defense quit, man. They're like, you know what? We're getting our doors blown off. The Colts stole their soul, dude. They completely just took it away from them.
That's exactly what it was. Listen, when you didn't listen, bro, to get manhandled like that, to not show up, not to be physical, and now I'm telling you, man, you can watch these games. I mean, if you watch the Patriot game and that game, bro, very similar type situations. They were just physical.
Getting physical, but the Falcons game, the first half of that. Yep. How about the Titans game? This has been this is the biggest challenge we have, and I'll keep saying it. The games that they won, the Titans game and the Bengals game especially, is like deodorant, dude. Winning is a deodorant. You win that Bengals game, we forget about the 41-point loss. We forget about all the shitty plays, the weird play calling, all this shit. We forget about it. Then smack 4 days later, dude, like just a bitch slap by us. Bang. Hey, if you're still Jet fans, man, slap us in the face. Like, here you go. We're back now. Dude, seriously, that was some shit last night. And it's embarrassing. Like, the worst part of it is you're all excited to watch Jets football again on a national stage, primetime game where the world is watching. And what are you doing? You're watching Ashton Davis and all the linebackers watch a guy get 20-yard touchdowns and everything else and running around in circles. So go ahead.
It's not just a primetime game. It's our only primetime game. It's our only primetime game of the season. And to get blown out like that. Well, you know what I'm saying? That's the part that bothers me more than anything. Like I said, listen, I'm not even mad because I called this shit. I knew that bro, listen, you know, I rode that Bengals win the whole fucking week, bro. I don't care who's mad at me. I had my Jet shirt on all week, bro. I'm out here smiling, showing, yo, yes, sir, Jets, baby, let's do it. You know how I'm feeling today? I have my Jet shirt on today. You know why? Because I don't care. I love this team, but that type of stuff is what we're used to. That's why we, you know what I'm saying, we got to get to the point where we get past that and we move forward from that. But the problem is when our defense don't show up and our coaches don't adjust. And I'm saying this, our defensive coordinator, I'm telling you, I don't know what he's doing.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I mean, and that's what bothers me.
Put him in the booth now. Maybe he needs to be in a booth next to LaFleur.
Yo. Yeah, I'm gonna say, okay, we do get the offense. Yeah.
Well, no, so no, we'll go to the offense now. So you're coming out, the Mike White experience. Everybody was excited about it. So this is our, you know, I'm glad he played.
White, baby.
The first series, a couple passes that should have been intercepted. Second series, you know, again, LaFleur with creative play calling, spread it out, did a lot of good things. Touchdown, he gets hurt, and I'm like, this is same old Jets, man. I'm like, you cannot make this up. Where it's like. Our only glimmer of hope, they come back to tie the game up. You're like, you're all fired up. Like, I'm celebrating. I'm like, hey, man, he's hurt. Like, there's no way. I'm like, maybe he just banged his hand, like, no big deal. And he had some kind of nerve hit. And I'm like, dude, there's no way that can happen. Like, it's just, that's the Jets' luck. So then it's like, okay, he goes out of the game. But I like Josh Johnson. I've always have. Whatever. Yes. So he comes back in. To me, the turning point of this entire game was the Ty Johnson fumble. That was it. He fumbled because Jets were driving, dude. They were driving with Josh Johnson. It was 14-7. They were marching back, kind of answering.
Definitely.
And Ty Johnson fumbles, and then next thing you know, 21-7, and away the Colts go, and the defense couldn't pick nobody up, and that was it.
Yep. And you know what's so crazy, man? I'll say this right here, like you know what I'm saying, Mike White, man, listen, bro. Like, I was so happy. Yo, listen, bro, because he came out with confidence. The first drive stalled. Okay, they score. We come back. Yo, keep watching them right down the fucking field, bro. Touchdown. Okay, baby. I'm pumped up now, baby. Let's go. They drive down the field. Okay, no problem. We'll get it done. Come back. Yo, my man fumble. It's 21. Okay. Mike White going in the tent. Fuck you mean he going in the tent? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Grabbing the football, grabbing his hand. I'm sitting there like, okay. Yeah, I'm looking the TV looking at me. I'm looking at the TV. Like, what's going on, bro? Next thing I know, I see my man warming up. But I will say this though. Oh boy, Johnson played his ass off last night.
He did.
Like, bro, when I say listen, number one, I know he a G because he Marshawn Lynch's cousin. So I know he a man amongst boys. But he played his ass off last night. And this is the point I'm going to make tonight on the offense. And there's some good things from the offense I saw.
Yep.
Number one, our offensive coordinator is fucking back, baby. He's back, baby.
Keep him in the booth.
No, fuck that. He ain't coming out the booth. We're not even having this discussion. It's not you. Is me. He's staying his ass in the booth, bro.
Yep.
Because we're watching a total different offense. Now, I will say this. Yo, on the short week, those invented plays were beautiful, bro. Like, I love that. The flow of the offense, I love that. Guys were schemed open. I love that. He attacked them at their weak points. I love that. And I'm going to say this right here. If Mike White wouldn't have got hurt, it might have been 45-41. We might have lost. But I would have said that, and also maybe the defense gave up when they knew their quarterback was gone. Yeah, but
they were driving. I mean, they were driving back at 14-7. They drove back. But I think I agree with you, man. The play calling was they're spreading the ball out. You're getting Elijah Moore involved now. And Tyler Croft got involved before he got hurt. They were spreading Jamison Crowder. You know, and then obviously the one downside on the offense is Denzel Mims was dreadful. He was terrible.
Well, I mean,
this is his chance to shine on the national stage. Everybody said play Mims. What do you have? 3 drops? He looked terrible, dude.
He had three. He had three, but I'm gonna really say two because that one was kind of off, but it hit him in the hands. He
Yep.
caught it. But I'm gonna say this right here: like he did play well. He did not play well. But I will say
Nope.
this: more. We're watching this kid become what the fuck we thought he was gonna be.
Yep.
AVT,
Yep.
ATV, my guy. Vera Tucker, I'm telling you
Yep.
right now, this kid is going to be a fucking problem for
Yep.
years and years
Yep.
to come. If you watch them run on that left side, bro, they
Yep.
was mauling it. And I'm going to say
Steve
something
Becton over
else.
there.
Yo, fucking Carter. This
Yep.
kid is exactly who we thought he was going to be.
Yep.
See, this is the thing we have to understand. We're watching these young guys grow right in front of us.
Yep.
Like yo, if you watch more on that second touchdown pass when I thought he was gonna fall in
Yep.
his footwork and his back, bruh, that shit was beautiful, man. And you watching Carter, bro. Listen, I'm gonna be honest. Carter runs like he about 6'3", 260, bro. He
Yep.
runs like a big back. He doesn't run like a scat back, bro.
Yep.
He's a physical runner.
Yep.
This kid is so elusive, and this is what we gotta hang our hat on, though. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? Our offensive coordinators figure things out. You know what I'm saying? Our line, listen to this shit. Listen to something that we've been talking about for weeks. Our line, guess what? Actually been playing better.
With
Why?
back with Fant. Yeah.
Because the ball is getting out
Yep.
quicker.
Yep.
If you know what I'm saying, you're not looking for that. And if you
Yep.
watch when Josh Johnson came in, they got him a couple times, right? Why? Because he's holding on the ball too long. So you know what I'm saying. If you're
Yep.
making quick decisions, and then I'm gonna give this to Mike White that I had to go back and watch the tape on the kid and really see this. This kid was really getting the ball out, but he was going through his progressions. It wasn't like he was dropping back
His
throwing the
his
ball.
touchdown pass, he
Boom,
looked the
boom,
guy
boom,
off. It was a second
bro.
read. The touchdown pass, he looked him off. He definitely did.
That's what I'm saying, man. So I know it's always some negative, you know what I'm saying, but it's some positive in what we saw as well.
Well, I
But
mean, but we've been critical of the offense, and rightfully so early on. But now it's like you just said it. You nailed it, Tyrone. It's like we're seeing this is what we want. We're finding building blocks. We're having some confidence in the offensive coordinator, but we're finding legitimate building blocks. Vera Tucker, obviously one of them. You know, Michael Carter. I love the way Michael Carter plays. Ty Johnson's playing pretty well too. I guess Michael Piron's never going to play because I mean they're just never going to use him again, which is fine. Whatever, get him out of here. I mean, but even like a guy like Keelan Cole. Keelan Cole's contributing. I would bring him back next year. Like I'd bring him back next year, dude. I would pay him to bring him back. But like you're seeing things like that, which gets you encouraged. And like for Josh Johnson to come in and throw for over 300 yards, and I understand some of it's in garbage time, but he came in, he had good command of the offense. So it's like, all right, now you have your back of quarterbacks. Like right now, your quarterback room isn't as bad as we think it is. It's pretty good. Like get Flacco the fuck out of here. We have no use for Flacco right now whatsoever. Because if Zach Wilson's practicing now, if he's back to practice this week, you got Wilson, White, and Josh Johnson. Adios, Flacco. Just cut him. You set him free.
Yep.
But you know, so that's a positive there too. There's a lot of good things there, and it's just like now you wish you had more. Now the offensive line had some issues here and there. I mean, you wish they could run the ball more consistently, but for the most part, I like what they did. You know, the play calling it was, you know, they had some innovative stuff. They did some end around. They did some, you know, trick plays and whatever else, which is fine. And that's where you are. But I like Josh Johnson. To me, this game was on the defense and the coaching, if anything else.
And we had, like I said, like Tyson, listen, you hit around the park right there, bro. We really had an opportunity to really to watch, you know, to watch certain things. I mean, we watched 6 weeks, 7 weeks of no offensive productivity at all. So we're wondering if our OC was a fucking mistake. Now we watching this kid go back into his element, and we watching this OC, come up with smart, innovative, like that throwback to Crowder.
Yeah,
that shit was dope. That was a good ass play, bro. You know what I'm saying? I mean, this is the type of stuff that you look for in your office because you're throwing teams off. And you know what I'm saying? Like I said, bro, listen, we understand, and I had to understand this myself. This is a young team with a rookie head coach, a rookie offensive coordinator, and we lack talent in a lot of areas. I know we don't want to face that fact. I know we're tired of building blocks, but listen, imagine another AVT on the line. And imagine getting a solid guard coming in or a solid center in. Imagine having an offensive line like the Dallas Cowboys. We're starting to get the weapons in. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I'd like to see that the guy we traded for. I like to see him replace Van Roten still. I like to get Van Roten out of there.
Listen. Do you know? Someone killed me with this. I saw this shit on Twitter. He was like, man, he hasn't played in 2 years. Do you know the last time he wasn't injured? Number one, he
Yep.
was on the championship team. And he was a fucking starter. Number two, he's a doctor, so he took off to
Yep.
go and help during COVID.
Yep.
Number three, he played last week. Number
He's ready to come
four,
back. Yep.
and the most important thing, he had a no trade clause. He waived his no trade clause to come
Yep.
here. He's
Yep.
a ball player.
Yep.
He's somebody that I think that will replace Van Roten and watch the line gel anymore. The problem is, man, we're playing for draft picks. The team knows this, the players know this, and that's exactly what it is. Nobody's dumb here. We're not playing for a playoff berth.
No, they're
That's why
playing
we
to
get the
win, though.
young.
I mean, they're playing to win. I mean, I get that guy.
They are, but think about it, Tyson. If you were playing and you were having a good season and you getting your ass kicked like that, you come out there and fight in the second half. You know you are. Because
Well, I mean, if the players aren't playing their best, that's on the coaching staff, dude. Because all he keeps telling me is that these players are paid well. They don't need motivation. They should be self motivated. That's on the coaching staff, dude. If you're not going to hold guys accountable, guess what? Sooner or later, like, hey man, we can get away with this shit. I miss a tackle, no big deal. Guess what? I'll go back on the field again. Nobody gets benched. Have we seen a guy get benched this year at all?
No, not at all.
Bench taken out of game, like you are struggling, you are out. Nope. Have you seen that once at all this year?
I mean, listen, we watched that quarterback throw 4 interceptions, bro, and one fucking.
But I'm saying like but some of these guys have been terrible, dude. And if you have a defense that's getting gouged the way they're getting gouged last night, don't you think you take somebody out, you stir the pot? Like, listen, this is unacceptable. Somebody has to get benched for this. Something.
Listen, I mean, but the problem is, Tyson, when you're a team that lacks talent in every single area, and the only area that you have is your defensive line, and you only have 4 or 5 players that you can rotate.
They got plenty of rotations, man.
That's what I'm saying. But listen, you watch. Listen, you can always tell when things go wrong with the line, with the defensive line. It's because the simple fact of the matter is they start playing Shepard and Foe more. When you start seeing them guys in the game more, the coach he's mad at the other players. Because to me, Foe has been our strongest tackle this whole season. That's why he's the captain. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he struggled too. So we had a question. Thoughts on Michael Carter and Corey Davis? I mean, we both love Michael Carter. He catches the ball in the backfield. He's a strong runner. He's elusive. He's powerful. Plays the game the right way. Great attitude. Great work ethic. Love him. Corey Davis was your marquee signing that has been hot and cold, man. A little bit inconsistent. Some bad drops. Some other issues. And I mean, he's probably a good number 2 receiver, I think, at this point.
But I'll say this though. I like you know what I'm saying. I just went on a spill earlier. I love Michael Carter, bro. I love what this kid is and going to be. You know what I'm saying. Someone said he would be a starting running back. He's going to be our starting running back. This kid is that talented. And Corey Davis. I'm not mad at Corey Davis. Like, listen, like, don't expect Corey Davis to be your number 1 to give you. Like, you know what I'm saying, the effect of that. But to give you a solid receiver, better than what we had in probably 8-9 years since Beckham, since Brandon Marshall and Decker. He's definitely that kind of player. So imagine, and listen, Keenan Cole has showed up, and listen,
I bring him back next year, dude.
Exactly.
I signed Keelan Cole. I bring him back next year. He's a good player, man.
And remember this name right here. Elijah Moore. I don't know if you guys know this young kid. If you watch this young kid, this kid is going to be a fucking nightmare in time. Just give him time. And listen, when you got a guy like him and you got Davis, and then we finally get a tight end that can really exploit us. Listen, we're missing pieces, but we're not that far away. Now, the biggest thing for me is our quarterback situation. If our quarterback can step back and watch and learn, if I get the ball out of my hands, we can win. That's what I do. I definitely play Mike White next week. I wouldn't listen. I'm not bringing my quarterback against Buffalo, bro. Those are motherfucking dogs. Those are dogs. It's like Tyson. You're a fighter. You're not gonna bring a fighter who just came off injury and put him in the ring with one of the best in the business. No, not. You'll give him a tune-up fight. Fuck that.
But see, and before we even get anything, I want nothing to do with Odell Beckham Jr.
Hell no.
There's he is the wrong person at the wrong time for the Jets. But go into the quarterback situation, which is going to be obviously the next hot topic for next week with the Jets, because whatever. And Rich, you keep saying we're optimistic. We ripped the shit out of the defense. The defense was horrific. We ripped them. We ripped the coaching staff. We ripped them. But there are some good thoughts. I mean, on the offense. I mean, all things considered, you had to like some of the things you saw with the defense completely laying down and just giving the game away. So, but the quarterback position is interesting because apparently Zach Wilson could be going back to practice next week. And according to Saleh today, Mike White should be able to go back and practice next week. If I'm the Jets staff, I start Mike White next Sunday, and I don't even think twice about it. If he can play, if he can practice on Monday, Tuesday, whatever day it is, he's in. And say Zach Wilson, you know what? Have a week of practice figured out, but we're gonna go with Mike White because he deserves it, dude.
Yep.
You know, like, and let just Zach sit and watch. It's no big deal. It's not an indictment on him. Say, listen, man, sit here and learn. Make sure you're 100% healthy. Don't rush him back. Don't feel the pressure of rushing him back because you don't have to. This isn't like the last year of his contract. He just got here. He's gonna be here a while. So there's no sense of urgency here. And I legitimately, and the most important thing I think about this is the team has bought into Mike White. This team has rallied around him. They believe in him. He has the passion, the energy. Dude, he kind of galvanized everybody. And you could sense it, dude. He scored a touchdown. He's doing all these little pew, 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 and all, he's all fired up. Like, they have rallied around him in the locker room, dude. If they know he's healthy and he didn't play poorly, he's not losing his job because he played poorly. He had an injury. So you know what? Bring him back out and let him play again, dude. I think he deserves it. There's no reason why Mike White shouldn't start against Buffalo. I really don't think so.
And I just don't want to bring my quarterback back and put him at that risk. Like I said, Mike White has played well. You know what I'm saying? And it's just the whole point of it, man. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, listen, everyone knows Zach is the future. Listen, they hired his quarterback coach, bro.
Yep.
If that's not a fucking telltale sign, bro, that's a cheat code, bro. They hired his quarterback coach that he works with every year, bro. And he's now on the Jets staff.
I have a thought on that. Yeah, but I have a thought on that too, though. I think the Jets are very worried about any kind of negative backlash about making moves or firing coaches or whatever else. So if just say in theory they're not happy with Calabrese, instead of firing him, like, oh, the Jets fired their quarterback coach because he couldn't help Zach Wilson. Instead of doing that, I think they brought in another mentor to kind of add another brain to the room. I kind of wanted this. I've been saying I want a mentor for 3 weeks now, but I think it's smart to get that in there to help all of them. Just say, hey, listen, you know what? This position wasn't. We need more input here. I think it's good, but Mike White should be the guy, dude. He should be the guy this week. He should be.
And having somebody that he's comfortable with helps as well. You know what I'm saying? Listen, he was so uncomfortable that he had to have his OC on the sidelines, which really was killing him. Field. Yeah, exactly. So that, bro, listen. I'm not even trying to be funny, bro. But have you seen the fucking difference in this offense? Like, bro, listen, man. We're starting this show in doom and gloom, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, we've been in this month flipping out over what we've seen. So,
yeah, but see, I have a different take on that. And I know that's the one thing everybody's talking about right now is LaFleur being in the booth. And listen, I agree being in the booth is probably better. You see so much more. You see the plays developed. You can see the holes. But I also think that Zach Wilson was struggling enormously. I think he was overwhelmed. He didn't know what the hell his eyes were seeing. He didn't trust his eyes, didn't trust his arm, he didn't see anything. And the easy passes that Josh Johnson made and Mike White is making, he wasn't making those passes, dude. And you go back and watch some of the games Zach Wilson's playing, you see guys opening, like he's throwing worm burners, throwing over the field, like he wasn't doing the simple things, the easy things. So now what he has to do is go back to working on his fundamentals. While he's doing that, let Mike White play. Do those fundamentals in practice, dude. Get yourself comfortable, calm down, relax. You're going to be here a while. You're still our quarterback. But in the meantime, we as an organization need to move on. We want to run our offense. We want to compete in the game. And right now, if we're being honest, Mike White gives you a better chance to win because that's what we've seen so far until he proves us otherwise, right? Like, let Mike White prove this he's not good. So let him prove that he's not a good quarterback. And then when you prove that, then let Zach come back in.
Well, I mean, Tyson, listen, man, I feel exactly what you're saying. Like I said, man, this is an indictment to what our quarterback wasn't seeing. And we're watching two guys come in. One who's never played an NFL game, two who hasn't thrown an NFL pass since 2018. And we watch both of these guys come in and have career weeks. We watched Mike White throw 405 yards last week, and we watched Johnson come in and have 300 yards in the second half of the game. Well, in second quarter to the end of the game. So that shows you that if you take the easy passes, this kid has to understand, bro, and it's him. It's not, I'm not even, and now I've really seen that. I'm blaming him more than anything because you're not seeing the easy pass. You don't like boring football because you come from college, bro. This is the NFL. This is the best of the best. So that shit that shit you did in college doesn't work. So if you take the easy, and I'm hoping next season, look, if I take the easy passes, I make this game so much easier. And Aaron Rodgers said it. Aaron Rodgers was like, look, bro, play boring football and make 4 or 5 amazing passes every game, and you'll be a superstar, bro. How else can you say that shit, bro? You can't make it up.
And it's just like, and you saw, like, even on Mike White last night, the touchdown pass to Elijah Moore. It's like, all right, like we didn't see that from Zach Wilson, dude. Like, I'm telling you, it seemed like every pass from Zach Wilson was like a strain. Like he was trying to be Picasso out there. And like the game has to slow down for him. Everything has to slow down for him. He's got to relax. He's got to be more comfortable. But in the meantime, and it's like this is gonna be a fine line for Salah. He's trying to be all cute in the press right now. It's gonna blow up in his face. But right now, the locker room has bought into this whole Mike White thing because they're gonna say, "Listen, this guy's letting us compete. We're buying him. We competed. He's playing better." So you can't say, "Okay, you know what? They know he's healthy. You know, put back out there." Like, dude, what are you doing? What? Because your rookie's there? Like, listen. Salah always preaches competition, right? Isn't he always, best man's going to play. It's all about competition. What you earn this, you earn that. Mike White earned the start, man. That's it. Simple as that. They're both healthy. He starts. Zach, sit back and watch. I mean, you can't worry about feelings here, dude. This is like you said, this is a big boy NFL, man. And you're in a winning business. And you can't start, you can't preach all these different things, then go back on your word because, Zach's healthy now. He wasn't playing well before he got hurt. To be honest about it, he was struggling.
You play to win the game. What else can I say, baby? That's it.
That's it. I mean,
and that's what it is, man. Like, I think I'm more calmer this week than I was. We lost to the Patriots. You know what I'm saying? You look at a guy like Matt Jones. Matt Jones is not a better quarterback than Zach Wilson. He doesn't have the arm talent.
He's a game manager.
But exactly. He'll sure pass your ass to death, and it works, and he wins, and that's why Belichick made Tom Brady a great quarterback. Because listen, we don't got to beat you the long way. I don't care how I beat you, as long as I win. This is all that matters.
Yeah, but see, I would rather. I'm like that jerk fan. Like I respect Mac Jones and I respect what they're doing in New England, man. They're winning games, they're finding a way to win, and that's awesome. We can't win games. We're just incompetent most times. But I would rather have the sexy quarterback where Zach Wilson has the arm talent that could just make ridiculous. And we've only seen probably about 10% of his talent right now. We haven't even scratched the surface of what he could bring to the table. Now that could be boom or bust, but I like that potential a lot more than what Mac Jones is doing. Like you right? Don't you think so? Like, say Mac Jones is here, Zach Wilson puts together, he could be up here.
Tyson, let me ask you a question, right? Let me ask you a serious ass question. Would you rather have 6 fucking Super Bowls or what the fuck we've had the last 10 years? I'm just asking.
Of course.
Exactly.
No, of course.
Listen, you know what's so crazy? And I was having this discussion with somebody yesterday. The Jets won the third Super Bowl number 3, right?
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't even on Earth then. I wasn't even thought about. I was. You know what I'm saying? So when I heard my uncle talk, yeah, boy, when we won that, man, I cried. I said, Uncle, you know what? I cry a lot too. I don't get to cry because we won a Super Bowl. I just get to cry because we might never get there. So I want to know how that feels, man. You know what I'm saying? I want to experience that. I want to see my team. Like, to me, some of the best times, man, is when we were at back-to-back AFC Championship, when we were relevant, when we knew every week, it's going to be a dog fight. We're going to come out there, and, we're going to hit you in the mouth. And that's the kind of football I like. I like teams to show up that, you know what, at the end of the day, our will is going to push your will. You know what I'm saying?
So that's it. Zach is now the backup. He can sit, get 100% healthy, and sit back and learn a little bit. It's not the end of the world.
You know what's crazy? We're not even talking about Beckham coming back. You want to rush your rookie quarterback back, who's our franchise and our future, on a knee injury? Nah, give him another week. It's not. No, listen, no one is saying that Mike White's going to be our starter. Now, Mike White won 3-4 games in a row. Shit, let's ride the wave. Why not? You know what I'm saying? But I'm just saying, our young quarterback is our young quarterback. But don't rush him back out there, bro.
Here's my answer to this. This is a good question. This is something I went back and forth with somebody today. If Mike White can't play, they're not going to rush Zach Wilson back this week. I know they're not. So would you start Josh Johnson or Flacco? And I'm telling you right now, I'm starting Josh Johnson. I'm going to tell you why, too. He played very well last night, but he's also earned it, man. Like he's been blood, sweat, and tears with this team all season long, endured it. He's been a solid guy. He knows the offense. He just ran the offense for you. Why force Joe Flacco out there? Why? Because he's Joe Flacco? He's a shell of himself. He's not it serves no purpose, dude. Like, so you're gonna have these teammates that tried to rally around Josh Johnson last night. Like, okay, sit him down now too. Now he goes to the back because Joe Flacco's here. Fuck Joe Flacco. I'd cut him.
Bro, listen,
we don't need him.
I'm not Tyson. I'm not even being funny, Tyson. You know what? I'm so what you right now on that level right there. I would cut Joe Flacco. I would.
We don't need him.
We prior to this, we didn't know what we had in the backup. Now we know what we have in backups. And Josh Johnson and Mike White, I'll take them on Flacco in the week. I would. Yep. I would.
But you know what, though? And the reason why the Jets won't, I'd be shocked to would, because you know what? Joe Douglas will look stupid as shit. You
So
just
who is
traded
he
a
going?
six.
But what are you going to do? You not cut Mike White because the fans go fucking crazy. You
Yep.
cut John Johnson, we're gonna go fucking crazy.
Yeah,
So what are
they're
you
going
going
to
to
put
do?
Josh Johnson back on the practice squad. But I mean, they
Okay,
don't have. There's no room for him.
but you're not putting 3 quarterbacks on the active roster.
No, I
So who's
agree,
going?
dude.
So
It's they
so
they,
what are you
they
going to
have
do?
no use for him, dude. They have no
So
use for him whatsoever.
you're either going to keep Flacco as the backup and put Mike
Yep.
White on the practice squad. Bruh, it'll be fucking mutiny out of this bitch, bro. I'm telling you can't do
I'm
that.
telling you,
So
but see,
it's
that's where
nuts.
I want to see Joe Douglas admit his mistake. Like, you know what? Once, if you have Wilson, Johnson, and White healthy, you don't need Flacco. Cut him.
Yeah.
I made a
Tyson,
mistake. My bad.
watch what happens.
I
Watch
know.
all of a sudden. Watch all of a sudden. Mike White injury is a lot more serious
Dude.
than we think it is.
If they
And he
start
has to go on
Flacco next Sunday,
IR.
dude, I'm gonna lose it. I tell you right
Yeah,
now,
bro.
I will lose it. I don't want to see Flacco, dude. I won't even watch the
Nah,
game. I won't. I just
I don't
refuse.
either. I feel-
It's just not. It's not what like you're preaching all this culture. These are the guys. Like he's not your best option. Like I don't give a
It's
fuck
not
about Joe
conducive.
Flacco.
It's not conducive to winning.
No.
It's not conducive to winning, bro. Listen, I want to listen. I'm looking for this team to do what it's been doing. I want to see each week. I want to see improvement. Last night, I didn't see that, but I did see improvement in certain areas. Listen, keep it competitive. I don't care what the
Yep.
score is, bro. I understand that we're a year away from being a solid football team. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now I had to admit that. You know what I'm saying? Anybody know me? Know y'all know I've been drinking the Kool-Aid fucking 6-7 years. Like
Yep.
I've been, now Kool-Aid. I left it out. It's wine now. So you know what I'm saying? It's what it is. But it makes no sense to keep Flacco right now. And and now I don't care if it's 6th round. I don't care what pick it is.
I don't care
for what.
But this is to me, this is all about culture. This is all about building your team and your locker room. And like they have their guys, like they just fought with their guys last night, Mike White and Josh Johnson, to sit them down. If Mike White's hurt, he's not going to play. But if he's healthy, he's going to play. But Josh Johnson, get another chance, dude. Why not? Yep. Like it's just I don't know. I mean, it's going to be interesting to see how they handle it. I understand that Salah's trying to play the game, but to me, it should be Mike White next Sunday. It should be, and no questions asked. And Zach Wilson to be the trooper. Hey, you know what? I'm getting healthy. I'm getting whatever. I'm figuring all things out. And it's fine. It's not an indictment on anybody. Like what everybody, like the problem I think with some people is they want to bury Mike Tyson. They want to bury Zach Wilson so quickly. And there's no reason to. Like, dude, it's a process, man. He's going to be here 5 years, 6 years. This is so early in his career. It's going to be okay.
Yep. I mean, you're right. I mean, I have no complaint about that.
Yep.
That makes no sense.
So we'll answer a couple questions. Thank you guys for joining us. If you have any questions about the game last night, fire them out. Basically, our summary is the defense was absolutely horrific. The coaching staff, the defensive staff was horrific. And there's some positives on offense, man. There is. And Ashton Davis was worthless too. I don't understand how that works.
And who takes Marcus May place, bro? That's just what.
Well, they've been signing safeties almost every day. This seems
every day, exactly.
Just to start. Man. That's brutal, man. I feel bad for him because now what the hell has happened to his career, man? His contract. So that's rough, man. Yeah. Let's see. What do we got here? Let's see what kind of questions we got here. Obviously, it's going to be anyone want to see Flacco start just to piss me off? I'll be pissed, dude. I'm telling you right now, I will be off the rails. I will make a video every day explaining why I'm pissed about Joe Flacco starting. I will every day. Here's one for you, Tyrone. Think Mike White starts the rest of the season if he plays as well as we hope he can?
No, I don't think so. I think they're going to bring a young kid back. I think that we'll be lucky to get one more week of Mike White, and I think that's pretty much going to be it. I think that
he keeps playing well. You can't take him out.
I mean, I think, listen, man, we know what this is. We know what this organization is going to do. It's going to be the young kid. He's the future. He's the one that they took.
Okay, so all right, I'll play this game with you. Mike White goes out and plays against the Bills, which is a game that they should get their asses kicked. I mean, this game won't be competitive. They'll probably lose 41-15 or some shit. Yeah. But if Mike White has command of the offense, throws for 250, say if he's 21 of 28, 29, 200 something yards and a touchdown, he plays next week, dude. That's a good performance.
I mean, but listen, Tyson, listen. You asked me, the caller asked the question and I answered it, bro. I'm just being honest. I mean, I think I love Mike White. I love what he's done. I mean, to be honest with you, I really wish I could have seen what happened. He would have finished last night, bro. I think because I just felt like he had command of what was going on, and the kid earned it, man. The kid deserves it, man. So, after all he's been through, being here this long, definitely okay with that. But I'm just saying that I think the plan is to get the young kid back out there because they want him to improve, and I think that's.
I'm riding the hot hand, man. Yeah. I'm riding the hot hand. Wesley, we appreciate the support, man. Thank you very much.
Thanks, man.
Let's see. The whole Beckham thing, absolutely not. This is another point too. I mean, Flacco's not mobile at all, dude. Behind our offensive line, playing. Can you imagine Flacco facing the Bills defense, dude? He'll probably get knocked out in the first quarter.
But
He's not nimble at all, dude.
I think what the one thing with Flacco is that I think that they're counting on. He's gonna get the ball out quick. He can stretch the field a little bit. He can make those long throws. I mean, he does. Listen, I don't even want to see him. Like, bro, listen. I'm being honest with you, and I was sitting there thinking, since we were talking about it tonight, what are they gonna do? Because somebody's asked out. Like, bro, somebody's the odd man out, bro. Like, honestly, and you know what I'm saying, like, and what do you do with Mike White? What do you do with Mike White? Are you going to put Mike White on the practice squad? No. That's what I'm saying. Listen, if they bring the kid back now against Buffalo the following week, who's your backup?
Well, you can't put him on the practice squad because then somebody could poach him.
Yo, listen,
we can sign him.
No, listen. That's what I'm saying. What do you do if you put Mike White on the practice squad? You already know the show, bro. We'll probably have a prompt show just for that.
Yep.
So imagine that. So you can't do that. You're gonna keep Flacco and Mike White on the game roster. See what spots you need. Well, you just lost your fucking starting safety.
Yep.
Nah, I don't see that happening. It's about to be some shit.
And I think isn't Mike White a restricted free agent next year? I think he's under. I gotta look at that. I'm almost sure he is.
Yeah, I think he is. Though I think he is. Yeah.
Like he's not. He can't. But I mean, that's Tyron. He can't go back to the practice squad now. He's your backup quarterback.
Yeah.
Flacco has no role in this team right now.
Yeah.
What's going on with Mims is disappointing. I mean, see, the problem with Mims is he had the fan base begging for him to play. Everybody wanted to get him on the field. Free Mims. We got to get Mims on the field. Every day he was inactive. We were all pissed off. He had a spot on a national stage to showcase himself, and he didn't do it. He looked terrible. He looked either disinterested or it wasn't focused, whatever it is. And now what the problem is, now the Jets can say, you know what? I told you so. So when Corey Davis comes back to the bench, Mims goes, and who can complain? We can't say nothing, dude. If he would have came out last night, dude, and had 4 or 5 catches and 65 yards and all this stuff, hey man, Mims has got to play more. His showcase game, he didn't do anything. He looked terrible.
Yeah, we did, bro. He looked bad. He looked really bad, bro. He looked really bad. And like I said, you know what I'm saying? When it's your time to show up, bro, you might not get with that one shot. That's all you might get in your life. You might get that one shot. He had it, but I'm not, listen, by far, he's under contract. He's just his second year. He's going to be here for a while. So I'm not counting the kid out. Hopefully the kid gets together. But right now, I mean, if he doesn't play, we can't complain. We see why now. So
it's especially when Sal's all about earning reps and he got to earn this, you got to do that. He didn't earn nothing last night. He earned a spot on the bench.
Hey, Van Rote ain't earn no fucking reps either. He's at starting that week.
Yeah, but hopefully with this new guard there though, with the doctor on it, hopefully the doctor can actually.
Hey, look, Tyson, you know what to do? Apply a little pressure, huh? A little pressure on your pivot. Got to step up now, don't you, fella?
Yep. So let's see, we got a couple more here. Why wasn't Wilson placed on 3-week IR? The reasoning behind that was the Jets want to have him in practice. They said if he's able to practice, they don't want to lose a week. Say like he's ready to practice this week. They don't want to lose that week of practice. Yeah. He warmed up on the field last night, so that was the reasoning behind that, which I understand. I mean, that's cool.
It makes sense. Yeah, it does. It makes sense. Yeah.
Just got home. What did you miss? We ripped the defense and we praised players on offense, and we all missed Mike White. That's our summary. And Ashton Davis, I don't know how Ashton Davis got the PFF highest rated Jet when he was horrific. So I don't know. And we don't want Odell Beckham Jr. That's our full summary because that would be a fiasco.
Yep.
This is, and you know what? And I listen. I was having fun with the Woody Johnson Twitter account. I honestly don't care about the uniforms. I don't really care. Like, just play well, man. Like, it's just. I was more excited about Mike White than the fact the Jets wore black pants last night.
Tyson, listen. I ain't gonna hold you. Shit was dope, that big fella. I ain't gonna lie though. I mean, if it came out of one, I'd have been okay. But you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, shit was kind of fly though. I'm just saying, kind of hot though. I just want to put that out there. Shit was kind of fly. I felt it. I liked it. You know what I'm saying? I got kind of hyped up. You know what I mean? So.
If Zach Wilson is healthy, does Mike White have to beat the Bills to start the following week against Miami? I don't think he has to beat the Bills. I think he has to play well, have good command of the offense, run the offense, be productive, and not a lot of huge turnovers. He'll be fine.
I think it'd be smart just bring him back. I should bring him back against Miami. I should it makes more sense to me.
Dude, if Mike White plays good against the Bills, he's playing against Miami. I'm rolling with him, dude. How do you tell it to your locker room, dude? They're gonna be buying into the kid. He's gonna be playing well. Oh, sorry, he's not playing now. I'm like, Coach, get out of here.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see.
Let's see what we got here. Some jersey uniforms. Shout out to my boy Frankie Yeager too, man. He's fighting tomorrow night. So
Good luck,
Can't
Frank.
wait
Do
to
your
see.
thing, boy. Do your thing,
Can't
baby.
wait for that. Yeah, he's an all-time favorite, man. He's such a classy athlete and a Hall of Famer and a legend too. So big fight for him. UFC 268 is gonna be wild. Do you see P. Ryan as a trade candidate in the offseason? What's his value?
None.
I mean, that speaks volumes. Like even last night, Tyra, when they're trying to come back, I'm like, he got no reps.
Yeah.
It was Ty Johnson, Michael. Like he doesn't get off the bench. He is like he's like a lost cause out there now.
And when Coleman comes back, you know he's not getting no fucking reps. So
No, he's could go back to being active.
Yep.
So that's another unfortunate draft pick. Let's see what we got here. The 2020 draft class is looking. It's not ideal, man.
Nah.
Not ideal right now. Let's see. We'll do a couple more. Thank you guys for joining us too. We definitely appreciate it, man, on Friday night. Let's see. Yeah, no one is trading for P. Ryan. He's cut. That could be. Cut him with Flacco. Let's see. Now we got Woody Johnson ask us questions. I think that's it. I think we got all the there's a couple more. Joe Douglas picks are 50-50. Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's you just got to keep hoping the Seattle Seahawks keep losing. That's all you got to hope for now.
Hey, that's all we can do, baby. Hey, we get the top 15 pick regardless. Don't worry about it.
You know, the only good thing about last night is now we have the entire weekend to relax and enjoy ourselves. We can watch Sunday with no stress and no bullshit. And then what we'll come back to, unfortunately, the only thing that we're coming back to is the members of the media already had the quarterback controversy articles already written. Like Costello already started tonight. But dude, it's just funny how this is all gonna play out. We're gonna go back to that again, and this is a good test for Solomon, man. He's got to stick to his instinct to how their plan is, and don't let the media pressure him, and don't let the fans pressure him. Do the right thing by your quarterbacks.
Yes, sir.
You know. So thank you, man. Becton is still a couple weeks away. They're still still 3 or 4 weeks away, and I guess the one guy that we got to talk about before we go is John Franklin Myers, man. Oof. Got that. He hasn't done nothing since that contract. Now, somebody was trying to tell me that he's hurt. If he's hurt to the point where he can't do anything, then put him on IR.
Yep.
Because he's not doing anything, dude. Like, he has been invisible.
Yeah, invisible. Since he got that money. Absolutely.
So again, we thank you guys for joining us. We'll be back Monday night at 8 o'clock. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your football Sundays. And we'll talk to you guys later.
Have a good one, man. Jess up.